Thanks for joining us for another Tantrum House crowdfunding conniption. Today we're looking at Sink or Swim from Bezier Games.
As always, we want to make sure you're aware that our crowdfunded videos are sponsored in part by our own Kickstarter backers, as well as by the creators of this game. Hey gang, thanks for joining us at Tantrum House Studio 3. I'm Will Meadows.
And I'm Sara Meadows. Today we're looking at Sink or Swim from Bezier Games. This is from designer Lucas Hedgren and Bezier Hedgren, and art is from Elena Kelsey.
This is a 3 to 6 player, app-driven, cooperative card-playing game where you'll be taking on the role of synchronized swimmers. It plays very quickly per round, so it's up to you how many rounds you want to play. We were given this prototype copy to check out for YouTube's sake, and we're going to be sharing with you how to play the game and what it looks like. We're not going to actually be sharing any opinions, but we want to make you able to make an informed decision when it comes to becoming a backer on Kickstarter.
To play the game, you'll need to download the Sink or Swim app, which will walk you through the setup of the game.
Each campaign will have you pulling out specific cards.
You'll need these cards to compete in sudden depth,
Each of which feature art representing different synchronized swimming techniques.
Once everything is set up, you'll find which cards to flip and how many cards to deal. You'll determine who's the captain for the round, and then you're ready to dive in.
swim for your life!
Players will work together to make sure that they lay the correct cards in their own lanes in order to fulfill the routine.
As soon as a player is finished playing their cards, they'll adopt the dive position, and as soon as everyone is finished, the captain will stop the timer.
Everyone will check to make sure that they played the correct cards. If they did, they will move to the next round. If not, they fail the routine. 10 more seconds will be added to the clock, and then they will get to reattempt.
Each round, a new requirement will be revealed, leaving players with the same amount of time, but more cards to play.
After the final round, the app will reveal your scores, and if you did well enough, it will unlock your next mission. Sink or Swim is a cooperative, fast-paced, exciting game where you'll be playing cards to your own little lane marker in front of you, hoping that everyone else on your team is also playing the correct cards into their lanes. And as you play throughout the game, each round will get progressively more difficult. You'll have the same amount of time to complete those missions, unless of course you fail one, then you get a little bit more time, but that's going to affect your in-game score at the end of the round.
Yes, so those missions, like you said at the beginning, are easier, so they may be things like everybody needs to play a blue card, or it may give you a choice of your captain will need to select a card color or a number, or playing odd or even, or something like that. So the captain will kind of help organize the team to work together to complete the goals. Now it gets progressively harder, so by the end of the round, that fifth goal may be to play a sequence of cards. So everybody's going to play a card in number order, or they may play multiple cards that all have certain requirements, like all odd or all even, or different colors, or the same color. So it gets more difficult the further along you get in the game, and you have to deal with the time.
And if playing 5 cards wasn't hard enough, oftentimes the app will throw a twist at you halfway through the game, which is kind of cool. Those twists, as soon as they happen, will carry on throughout the rest of the game, and they may have you doing things like having to play a card from your hand and then pass your cards to the next player before you can play your next card, or they may have to require you that nobody can talk anymore throughout the course of the game except for the captain. A lot of interesting things happen in addition to what's already interesting happening in the game. As you're playing throughout the course of the game, that captain's role will rotate each time you play around, so the next person will become the captain, and then it'll be up to them to decide, okay, you guys are playing the blues, you guys are playing the feet, I'm starting the sequence at number 6, all right, here we go. The app does all the work for you of telling you how to set up and what to play and what to do next, and then the captain has a role in that, and then everybody else is just trying to play their cards correctly.
Yes, and if you don't have the cards that you need, you are allowed to dive into the deck and try and find what you do need. So you have to pay 2 cards to discard, which a lot of times that's all you have left. So you have to just keep drawing through the deck in time and try and get the card that you need. You can give cards to other players, so if you have something that somebody else needs, you can pass it along to help try and work together as a team to finish your mission.
Now this is on Kickstarter right now. It will be coming to retail afterwards. However, if you get it while it's on Kickstarter, there are a bunch of additional missions that you'll get. You can check out the campaign to learn a bunch more about that. We would recommend that you do that. Take a look. And then, as always, thank you guys so much for tuning in here, liking, subscribing, and following along at Tantrum House. If you want to see what it looks like being played on the table, you can check out our channel. We do have a playthrough video as well. Sink or Swim is an exciting, fast-paced. Be easy, and then it will get harder, and it will get harder. I think we got it all.